Hi everyone, we're talking here with my wife Donna, and she has a couple singles that are part of my singles project this week, and these are ones that originally belonged to her. So let's talk first about the B-52 single you have.
Very good.
Yes.
Legal Tender.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember hearing it, I think it was on MMR, I heard it on the radio, and it had just come out. And I thought that it was a really cool sounding record, and especially the little guitar solo at the end I thought was really cool. And I don't think I bought it in this plastic packaging. My brothers taught me that this is how you take care of your singles with your picture sleeves.
They're wise men.
They are.
And this would be about 1983.
Yes.
From the Whammy album.
Right.
Yes, I remember hearing
Great
that.
album.
It is a great album. I remember hearing that song on that alternative station we
I-92?
had. I-92 there for a while. I remember hearing Legal Tender.
Right.
So that was one of your favorites from that year then?
Yes.
Yes.
I really liked that.
And you had it on a single.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else you wanted to say about that one?
No, well, actually, since I've known you, I've heard more of the B-52 stuff, the older B-52 stuff, and I really like that as well. So this was probably, this and Private Idaho and Rock Lobster were probably the only things I knew about the B-52s
Okay.
before we put our record collections together.
I remember that. I remember that day. No, we've talked about this before, but what was your very first impression of the B-52s? Do you remember?
I saw them on Saturday Night Live, and I think my head exploded. They were a little bit
I remember
too
that
much
show
for
too.
me then.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that show was probably what attracted you to them.
Yeah.
I think I went a little further away until later.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So.
That's good. And then I guess we can move on to, if we're done with the B-52s, let's talk about the picture disc next.
Oh, because they were all the rage at one time.
That's right. Let's take a close look at that. That's a picture. We can see the other side too. Okay. And what song is this? What was the hit?
This is called Fire and Ice.
And this is by?
Pat Benatar.
Mm-hmm.
Off the Precious Time album, which I bought, I think, if not the day it came out, then the week it came out.
There you go. Okay, so you were a fan.
Yes,
right?
she was one of my high school idols.
Okay, all right. And did you ever notice that the fidelity of that particular single was not as good as the ones that weren't picture discs?
No, I haven't. Have you noticed that?
Well, I always remember like they would put a disclaimer sometimes saying this might not sound as good as your regular records.
Oh, does it say that here?
I don't know if it does on that, but I never noticed that.
No, it doesn't say that.
Okay, that's fine.
So, but I always thought it sounded awesome.
I bet you did. No, did you?
Many times I played.
Did you play it a lot?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, that and the album.
And the album, which was Precious Time, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And have you seen Pat Benatar?
Once,
yeah. Back in the day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She played the Mann Music Center, and Billy Squier opened.
Billy Squier, how was he?
He was okay. I mean,
okay.
He did the stroke, and that was enough for me. And I was just waiting to see Pat.
All right.
And I think she looked. I took pictures of her, and she looked like a little ant on the stage. That's how great our seats were. But
okay.
Yeah. So, but it was a really good show.
Okay, great. All right, we have one more single there, which we can just touch on briefly, I think. What's this?
Another picture sleeve. This is
picture sleeve, but not a picture disc.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This is from the album Tropico, which I didn't have.
Uh-huh.
I think by then I was just kind of buying her hits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that this was kind of cool. The Ooh Ooh song.
Ah, yes, the
Ooh
Ooh song.
Probably dumb in retrospect, but I still think it's kind of neat. And backed with La Canción Ooh Ooh.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of this one. It's got the bilingual B-side.
Exactly.
That's a subgenre unto itself.
I think I played that almost as much as I
played
really? The A-side.
Okay, all right. That's it. There you go. I don't know what the song's about in either language myself, except that she...
No, not really. And I remember in the video she was pregnant.
Really?
So, yeah.
Visibly pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. All right. Well, is there anything else you wanted to say about
No,
this?
that's about it. Well, how do you pick these things, by the way?
How do I pick what? Whether you...
How do you pick my stuff and that you want me to talk about it?
Oh.
And is this a random process?
No,
or?
well, I'm listening to them sequentially, alphabetically.
Okay.
So when I come to ones,
The bees and
the
Benatar.
one, yeah, the bees, I'm working my way. And actually, I'm ahead of myself, but I still have to write. Anyway, and
I think I have to go.
yeah, that's how this works. It's a process, and your last video for Rose Garden was much beloved, so
Oh,
I thought we would
thanks. I appreciate
bring you
that.
back for this encore presentation.
Okay, thank
So
you.
and we'll see you again. I hope.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
I hope so too.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night. Bye.
How many minutes was
I didn't
this?
know-
All right. Good night, guys. Go to
Bye.
bed.